Hi. Have you ever had the time to find something to do with your life, and apparently was successful in doing so? Well, I did. Recently, the post office had shipped my records. I had ordered 2 records off of eBay. One of them was the Human League's 1981 album, Dare. Yep, the original pressing. With the famous tracks, The Things That Dreams Are Made Of, Seconds, Love Action, I Believe in Love, and Don't You Want Me. The next album that I ordered was a very, not so heard of outside of Japan. Michael Fortunati. His debut album, Give Me Up Fortunati Burst. With of course the title track being a fairly recognizable hit. You might recognize it. And if you're wondering what this thing to my left is, this is what people all around the world call an Olby strip. An Olby strip is something on the left side of a record or a CD. Now, back then, it's normally it's a piece of paper wrapped around the left side of a record. This was back when vinyl records were the medium for the music. Now there are Olby strips for CDs. The difference between vinyl record Olbies and CD Olbies are that vinyl records, the Olby strips around them are to be used by the store cashier at the time in case you need to reorder a newer copy of the record, in case all of a sudden it goes dead on you, gets all scratched up, or is somehow broken when you open it. Of course, this is not the case with this record that I bought. Now, how it works, there'd be a little tab somewhere in the back. It has the catalog number. Typically it would have the catalog number. And you'd tear it off. Typically you'd be tearing it off and the cashier would tear it off and keep it in his reference pile or box or drawer or whatever in the event that you need to reorder. Of course, on the front of the strip, it's called, there's info about it. Some info like what songs are included in greatest hits or whatever, and it'll also give you production notes. Now, an interesting thing, Olby strips are actually called Tasukis. T-A-S-U-K-I. Tasuki. That's what they originally were. But it's named Olby because it's nicknamed the Olby strip because of the Olby worn in kimonos. And when many foreigners called the Tasukis Olby strips, the Japanese followed suit and called them Olbies as well. So therefore it's called an Olby strip. Anyway, this record cost about, I'd say about $18, $15 for the album itself, and I can't remember how much for the shipping, but it was through airmail, unlike SAL mail, surface mail, which takes 2 to 3 months. I got this in a week through airmail. And obviously you can't, if you happen to own this record, you can't use any of its music in your YouTube videos because it's protected by Jazzrock. aka, if you may have noticed in my previous YouTube account, yeah, you might remember in my previous YouTube account I had explained the JASRAC, the Japanese Society for Artists, Music Composers, something like that. I can't remember the official pronunciation, but anyway, that's what it is. They had made a takedown on YouTube, took down tons of videos that belonged to the Japanese record companies and Japanese subsidiaries of outside record companies. What are you looking at? Okay. Well, I really don't have much to say. All I can say is I'm just proud that my record is like new. And I'm keeping this Obi strip for future reference. I may have it off of this record, but I'm still keeping it. By the way, now I told you about the differences between vinyl Obies and CD Obies. Now CD Obies, you can't use them for reordering because they're in the shrink wrap that surrounds it and the CD, so it's of no use. These days, computers and stuff have everything for reorders. So, I don't have much to say here. All I can say is good night, be safe, don't use drugs.